Welcome back everybody, Michigan Outdoorsman here. Today I am doing some pellet testing. We'll be shooting the Umarex Gauntlet 2 at 65 yards. This will be my initial sight-in. I have not really sighted this rifle in yet. This will be my sight-in, and in which case I always go through, I buy several types of ammunition for any of my rifles, and I see which one the rifle likes best. And for me, accuracy is number one, speed is secondary, and obviously if I could have two really good performers, I'll choose the highest speed, per se they both have similar accuracy, because I want the foot-pounds of energy as well. So starting off, I got the Air Arms. These are 25 cal pellets at 25.4 grains. The JSB Hades, these are 26.54 grains. The FX Atomics, these are 26.6 grains. H&N Barracuda Hunters, excuse me, they are 27.47 grains. And then the JSB Diablo Exact King Heavy, 33.95 grains. So I personally hope it likes the middle ground. I would like the feet per second. I'd like it to stay at 950, whatever, or 900 feet per second. I don't even know what this thing's gonna do yet. We got the Crony set up. Our targets are downrange. I got 2 mags I can load up. Ignore the dog out there. I'm not entirely sure what I'll be doing for shot count myself, but maybe we'll do 5-shot groups or something like that, just to kind of get a good record taken of what the average feet per second are, and then our group size. So maybe we'll do a 5-shot. So I'll put the dog away, or at least get it out of the range, get our Crony set up, and we will start shooting. I also got my Tacticam set up on the rifle, which is new. And that will be really cool because I'll be able to film through the scope where my impacts are heading, so that'll be pretty exciting. All right, so up first I got the Diablo Fields. I got 5 loaded in a rotary mag here. Then I've got the JSB Hades already loaded in the extra mag that came with it. And that's set up ready to go for this. Got our Crony connected. Crony's connected, and you'll see the numbers pop up on screen. I already spent time, and then I added all the information, so I got all of them. I'll just move right up to the list. We'll have the foot-pounds of energy and everything calculated automatically. Gun's fully charged at 4,500 PSI, so we'll start off with a fresh fill. We'll only top off after, I don't even know if we'll have to top off with all this, so you get a lot of shots per reg. We got the scope cam started. I hope it's gonna record really well. It's my first time using it, so go easy on me. So first 5 shots, here we go.
And 61. And 49.
Maybe a duplicate? Huh. Didn't record that shot. So I think we had a little bit of valve lock, if you ask me. because that 781 down there, we got it right here. We got 781. That was 34 foot-pounds of energy, not very good. And 860 when we jumped right up to 41, and we started gaining 892, 44 foot-pounds, and 849 at 40. I can see my group through the scope. You probably won't be able to see it on the tax cam footage, but it's high. It's not even hitting the target, so I gotta adjust my scope a little bit. Remember, I haven't really had this thing sighted in yet. So I'm gonna actually redo that. I wonder if we had a little bit of valve lock with this thing being filled at 4,500 PSI. So I'll just shoot another 5-shot group. So give me a second here to fill that mag up. I'll fill the magazine up, and then we will just try it all over again. All right, so my crony's out. It will still record feet per second, but it will not show me, or it will not connect to Bluetooth. So I'll get a pad of paper and a pen. We'll record it manually, and I can throw it into some kind of software system online, or and then create my own foot-pounds of energy to follow along. So right now these are the 25.4 Air Arms Diablo Field take 2. I did put some shoot and see targets down there. It'd be easier for this camera to pick it up, so we'll be able to spot my impacts. I did adjust my scope. I just fired 2 rounds. I didn't get it like perfect. Because I don't know which ammo I'm picking, I'm not gonna get it sighted in perfectly. We just wanna get on paper and see which one groups the best, and then also has the most feet per second with the best accuracy, but accuracy's first. So round 2, here we go. That was 722 to drop really low. Why is it so low of pressure? I almost wonder if that first shot, the hammer spring's weak or something. I don't know what's going on. But we should see an increase in pressure there. I'm not very happy with that first shot being lower like that. $754. $823. It is 24 degrees out, so it's cold out. Same hole, now is 818. $813. So I'll fire one more shot to kind of make it fair. That first shot was low, like 2 inches. I'll load one more into the mag. We'll add it to the group. But one thing I want to note is our regulator is hitting, I think we're finally in that regulated range, and we're at 4,000 PSI. So maybe 4,500 PSI is too much for that hammer spring to overcome the valve on the bottom. You gotta be sensitive to that. So having a chronograph is really nice, and I think necessary when you're tuning these guns to your pellet or using pellets to tune the gun, whatever. So here's the 6th shot, we'll do the 5th shot on the shooting seat. Turn on that scope again. And 701. I have an idea, and this is just me guessing. When I turn these over like this to load them, that first shot, you can set it in there, and you start dropping them in. Well, they only seat so far. Well, this first shot here is way out there. I wonder if I push that in just like I did now, push it back a little bit. See, it wants to almost fall out. Maybe that's inconsistent seating depth. Maybe that's what the problem is. So if I push it back with my pinky, let's try that. We got 701 on that shot. We're not below the regulated pressure, so we'll fire this. This will be the 7th shot. That one fell low, but it was 762, so that did make a difference. So it's still not great. It fell low. I'm not sure if there's a way I can eliminate that. We're going to move right into the 25 caliber, the Hades, the JSBs. These are 26.54. Five rounds loaded up. This same thing here, I'm going to actually push this pellet back in with a pen. Let me get this thing to focus in on here. This is what I was trying to say. This pellet, when you load the first one, it seats it in deeper than the rest, and I wonder if that's why I'm getting inconsistent shooting. So I'm going to seat this one in almost like what it would be if I were dropping them in. That might be too much, but I'll try. We'll try there. Let's just see what happens. $726 low. $776 or 4. I was hoping to see a higher feet for a second on this shot. These pellets. $833, like that one. $862, and it's ragged all over the place. I don't like that. It's not very consistent at all. $744. So that was a Hades. I'm gonna go load the next two mags. We'll be doing the FX, Atomics, and the Barracuda Hunters next. Alright, we got the mags loaded up for the FX and the H&Ns. I apologize, that video was blurry on the last shooting group I did. Forgot to take the camera back into focus. But FX air guns will be going up next. These are 26.6 grains. First one dropped 2 inches low at 725. Perfect bullseye. 789. .807. .813. Hit it really accurate. Besides that first shot. .789. So that was the FX Atomics. Those are really accurate. Moving on to the Barracuda Hunters. These are 27.47 grains. $7.25. $7.65. $7.79. $7.92. Last shot. $7.94. H&N Barracuda Hunters. We'll load up these JSB King Heavies. I'll just keep the camera rolling for that. My first thoughts are I am a little disappointed in this gun, but there's probably some adjustments we can do to kind of get it taken care of. So we've shot all those shots and we're just under 4,000. We're probably 3,800 PSI, maybe a little more. So the gun regulates really well for the amount of air it's using, but I wish it was more consistent on the valve or something. I'm not sure what kind of adjustment we have to play with, but I did expect more from the other videos I watched. Everybody else had better success, so we might have to play with ours a little bit, which is what I always do anyways. But it'd be nice for it to come out of the box already shooting pretty good. That's 4, and here's 5. These are the heaviest pellets I got. I did actually get another box of pellets that we don't have here yet. I forget what they're called, but they were similar weight to those. They weren't quite as heavy as these. Just trying to see what the gun liked. These are 33.95 grains. So we'll see a big feet per second difference, I'm sure, with these. Yeah, 659. That didn't even hit the target. $6.59. $7.09. $7.71. $6.80. I didn't even see where that went. No, 703. Also did not see where that went. So here's our groups. I'll show you groups here in a second, but here's our, if you can understand my writing there. From lightest to heaviest on the grains, each shot. So if you look, they're all very consistent, except for those 33 grains. But then their follow-up shots, pretty close. So you can probably tell from scope cam footage, I imagine. But the FX airgun ammunition and the Barracuda Hunters did extremely well. I mean, it's going to be hard to tell who was better until I get down there. But personally, I like the FX airguns ones better for the quantity we get for the price. So I might stick with those. I think, of course, you know, this gun's not sighted in. We could probably do a little better, but I'm just throwing it out that they grouped incredibly well. I did see these flying sideways. I actually caught a glimpse. 2 of them were flying sideways. I could see them doing some kind of spiral out there. So, but they still hit the bullseye. So they must have straighten themselves out, or maybe I thought they were spiraling, maybe they weren't, but it sure looked like it. So these, yeah, these, if the accuracy is comparable between the two, and I'll sight the gun in and I'll do a little bit more in-depth testing, but if these are both the most accurate, these shot faster, so I default to those, but they are very similar in group size. One thing I am disappointed in is we did not hit anywhere near close to the manufacturer's feet per second they specified at all. They were saying we'd hit 985, I think, but that was with a 15 grain pellet, so I get it, but we're only 15 grains heavier. We should not drop 200 feet per second with 15 more grains. So there's a bunch of adjustments I've seen in the manual you can do to the trigger for the sear engagement. Maybe that sear is a little weak or something, and it's not quite holding that hammer back the same spot every time or something. But there's something with these mags too. That first pellet, it just does not fly. It does not fly where it needs to go. I don't know, maybe I'm loading them wrong. So, let me make sure we're in focus here. Yeah, there's needs to be some adjustments going on here. I'll play around with it a little bit, but this is just my first time shooting it really, getting it sighted in, kind of hitting paper, seeing where she's drooping. So we got a long ways to go still. I do have faith in the gun. I think we just need to work on it, and maybe the gun is a fluke. I don't know. But I will continue to play with it and let you guys know. Hopefully next time the Crony will be up and running. I will put a screenshot of all these numbers calculated to their foot-pounds of energy, just so you have an idea, but I have a feeling with the tweaking we're gonna do on this gun, those numbers are gonna change, hopefully for the better. So stay tuned for more videos as we continue to learn more about the gun and make some adjustments. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like this video if you did like it. Watch my other videos, I got plenty of stuff going on. Yeah, I got a bunch of ammunition testing to do with all my other air guns. I just haven't done it yet. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So thanks again. Wanted to bring you guys in on a little update. I shot this gun till it was about 1800 PSI left, and I got very consistent shooting. You probably can't see it on the Crony right now, but it's actually saying duplicate. All of my testing that I had on video for you guys to watch in the beginning of this video, I got way better numbers as I got to the 3000 PSI mark. But one thing I'm really excited to tell you about is I got over 140 shots from 4500 PSI down to 1800, and I was still in the 800 feet per second. That last shot was 809. But if you look at my barrel, it frosted over. I mean, I don't know if it's just it's 24 degrees outside, maybe a little bit chillier. Let me see if I can focus on that for you. That's frost on my barrel. I've never had that happen. Could be affecting accuracy. I don't know what it's all doing. I know the baffles in there letting air blow on past as part of the baffle design. So it could be that. But my barrel is frosted over. But I started to get, I shot full mags. I'd load up a full mag and just shoot it until I dropped the gun pressure. Well, like I said, that 3000 PSI mark for things started to really settle in, maybe a little bit under. It was still, I started to get a lot more duplicate shots. 2 of them, 3 of them in a row when I was at the 25 to 2200 PSI mark. Like, they almost want this gun empty. In my first, 100 rounds through the gun shot experience, the gun just performed way better. I got 8-shot groups that are the size of a pellet and a half. Like, they're just, all of a sudden the gun's accurate, all of a sudden the gun's repeating itself. But you have to have the thing low pressure. I think the hammer spring is too weak on this particular rifle. I just filled it back up to just under 4,000. I just wanted to try it again. I thought maybe the gun needs to be broke in. It could very well be the gun needs to be broke in. So most guns, most air guns, I feel like they do need a little bit of breaking in. Get the spring to wear in. So I'm gonna fire another shot here. I wanted to keep you on video just to show you this. And I am using my JSB Hades. 1, 3. 4, other 5. They're small. So there's 5 shots, and I also had really no issues loading. I didn't even mess with this last pellet type deal, the clip. I would just take the mag, stick it in, shove it in kind of rough, and I didn't experience any velocity drop, of course, towards the lower end of the bottom. Let's see what happens now. $7.74. We were getting about $8.50. Yeah, $8.45. $8.14. $8.49. So I shot my lightest pellet, which is these 25.4 grains, and I was almost at 900 feet per second. I was 894, 896. I thought for sure I was gonna see 900, but these obviously shot the fastest, being the lightest, but I almost hit 900 feet per second. That's where the gun should be shooting with the rest of these pellets, because these are all within a grain or 2 of each other. But obviously their skirt length and all that can make an effect on drag in the barrel. But anyways, almost hit 900 feet per second with these, and when I looked them up on my original chart that I made here, is 722 with a high of 823. You get down on the end of that bottle, 3,000, you'll start to see 900 feet per second. So that hammer spring, I might try to find me another spring, or I just won't fill the gun up. But with the gun at around 3, well, it would have been 2,500 PSI, somewhere in there. I still got over 40 shots before I really had to fill up. And I didn't really even have to fill up. That 809 was the last shot I shot. It was still in the same hole. So I just wanted to fill it up just because. So I might have been able to get 20 more shots. I don't really know, but it's starting to drop about 10 feet per second per shot after that regulator fell off. So the regulator operates at 2,100 PSI, but we go and did all that shooting, and we'll try it again. I'll probably run this gun all the way down again to see and make sure it's repeating itself. But the frosted barrel, that's interesting to point that out, and my findings on these pellets. So that's kind of cool. It does get consistent, but you need low pressure almost, unless you change out maybe the hammer spring. So thanks.